Proper Context Media, we back. It's your boy, the real Moose Sevenfold. You know what it is. Can't get to the roots, no need to cater to the branches. So, today is going to be appreciation for Sue Surf. In light of, not just in light of his current situation, but, just in general. So, I said I was going to start a battle rap appreciation series. Um, and so, wanted to start with Sue Surf because of course, he's one of my favorites. Guntitlers, what's up? Guntitlers, what up? Also, when I tell this story a lot, when I first got out of prison, I was locked up from 2008 to 2015. So when I first got out of prison, one of my friends came to my house. They had a little zip file with battles on there. I think they was bootleg. I don't know, but I got out October of 2015. So the first two battles he showed me Kayshawn versus Aver. But let me go back. And he showed me surfing Hitman. But let me go back because before I got locked up, I was a battle rap fan, of course, but I got locked up before the URL got formed. So I was, I was Smack DVD, of course, Mook, Lux. So a lot of these battle rappers, from the that was in the early Rex and Arsenal, I knew about them. So I didn't know about a lot of stuff. Then, when I was in prison, when we get the phone, he wasn't really worried trying to watch no battle rap. He was, But so he showed me Kayshawn and Verb and Surf and Hitman. Now, of course, I fell in love with, the battle rap right then and there, all over again. So, and three of those people are, in my top five favorites. And the other one, Verb, is on my Mount Rushmore, or, or in my top five of all time, I would say. So, my favorites are, and they all my number ones: Surf, Tay Rock, Kayshawn, DNA, and Hitman. So, um, so then of course, I started, following battle rap. I was on house arrest 9 months, so all I did was watch battle rap, interviews, everything. So, yeah, so I been through this journey, not literally, from the beginning, but I've been through this journey since 2015, watching Shoe Surf, everything he's been through, um, reaching the peaks of really where you can go because him and Hitman is battle raps, superstars. Shoe Surf more because, him and Hitman, but more because he's, throughout the last year and a half, 2 years, he's been active more than Hitman has. But Surf is, is probably battle rap's biggest superstar currently. And I know he's going through a situation and he said we might lose him. And it's sad because we just lost one. And I'm hoping we don't lose Surf. And I just wanted to, show you some appreciation from a fan, the media. You know what I mean? Also, I've been through this situation. I just was going through this situation. Did 7 years, for a situation. But previously, before that, was in a federal penitentiary. Um, and I understand what it's like, waiting for that indictment to come down. A lot of people don't know, well, how is he still out, or whatever, whatever. It's many ways that, your lawyer get wind of an indictment coming down. Or, can outright be told, like, hey, we're trying to indict him. Or, I mean, banks, they call to try to freeze your account or, anything. I work in the, apartment industry. I got, I run apartment complexes as a maintenance. For maintenance, I run a lot of apartment complexes, more than a couple. And we have, and hotels, and we have, federal agents coming there asking about certain people. Certain people is like, how did they pay? Did they pay in cash and all of that? So you have that. So more or not me because I'm maintenance, but you have that at the, the property managers and the and the front desk. So it's like there's many ways that you can get, tipped off that an indictment might be coming down does not necessarily mean that, it's not imminent. So the lawyer can outright be told, but that's why you pay your lawyer, stuff like that. And I've seen it. I was one of the ones who was trying to run from an indictment. Ended up in many places: Tennessee, Arizona, Delaware. And I'm getting, we're getting caught going to getting locked up all the way in Fort Dix, New Jersey, spending time there. And So I understand what it's like. I also understand, what it's like to be sitting in the cell not knowing what's going to happen to you, facing football numbers. Was locked up for a shooting. I was, people was coming to court, like, facing football numbers, sitting in there on other charges, like, gun charges or drug charges. I mean, there's a lot of stuff. So I don't want people to say necessarily that, oh, why is he still out or this and that, because y'all people who don't know the system or who hasn't had a paid lawyer or hasn't been through any type of those situations say a lot of stuff. You don't even know the extent of his charges. You don't even know what he's going through. You don't even know what it is. But what we do know is that this black man might be, going away from his family and everything else. What we do know is that he was in front of our face doing great things, providing great entertainment for us, getting on those stages. Memorizing and going to Rolling Loud and putting on for the culture, creating Midnight Madness for other stars to shine and things to come from it. Like, what we do know is that this might be a time where we might lose one of our stars. But forget about us. What about his mother? What about his daughter? Like, is the potential that they, he has to walk away from them and walk behind those bars. People might not know what that feels like. I know what that feels like. What about the people that who depend on him daily, every day in and day out? What about them? So it's like, this is what we do know. We know that, he's a father, he's a son, he's a friend, he's a brother. And he's, along with being everything out in the public. But we're talking about as a real person, as a black man. He doesn't have to have did nothing wrong. It doesn't have to be about gang. It could just be that he's a rising young black talent that's been targeted for past acts he could right after he tried to change his life. And the system does target us like that. That is a fact. Whether you 1 foot in, 1 foot out, whatever. Once you start to get somewhere, then you get, they start to try to get you. Once you start to build, they want to destroy you before you can. If they can catch you before you lay your foundation, because we had already laid his foundation of greatness, they was too late. So once he started to build on it, they just tried to destroy it. That's what they do to us. And sometimes we feed into it, and sometimes, it be, some stuff that we might have indulged in or whatever, but nothing less than what other races has indulged in, and they overlook them, but won't overlook it for us because that's just, he's a young black male, and when he was in the system is designed to target him and not, So we know that he's a father. I pray for your family. I pray for your daughter. I pray for your mother. I pray for all of the people who, have, who was going to lose you if this happens. And I just say that we appreciate you as a culture. And I don't want to seem like this is a goodbye video or nothing, but I'm, as a culture, this is another loss there. This is the L we're gonna have to take if this happens. And Proper Context Media just wants to salute you, sir, and all of the work and everything that you've brought to the culture, the people who you allowed to shine, the environment that you created, the greatness, the moments that you created, even through whatever, whether it be spaces, Midnight Madness, interviews, face off battles. You brought us so much in for battle rap and in music, all of your albums, until further notice and Miss Kim and all of them, 725, all of them. So I want to salute you and say we appreciate you and everything you've done. Proper Context Media.
Thing I hear when I touch down is surf, the Midwest grooving. Such and such nice, what's his name doing his numbers, and I don't see the Midwest losing. Well, I can think of a few verbs for the niggas that think they ill. I come through the Midwest cruising, X all factors, hit all men trying to holler, cause the calicos under this big T, or cease that Midwest movie. Every day in my hood I bang. I'm a nice worker. I'm Kenneth Cole, 3-piece, bow tie, nice shirtcher. Quiet in the pulpit, mama in the front row, white Hersher with a clip out this long and it flip both ways like vice versa. Person, soon as he think, oh, that shit'll worsen. Anger management hit the jackpot, I play back slot till it clack, pop. Then let it go like I'm trying to be the bigger person. Bars and mad flips or get personal. Try that crab shit and get your ass whipped. Neighborhood. I was 100%. One hit his head, one hit his chest, 3 stomach shots, 2 hit his hips. He fall. I feel like I ain't made a shot all night. How I keep shooting bricks. Moonwalk on skates and clap heat. You are not a shooter. Feet, hands, sticks. I'ma do you. That's how I'ma do you. Raising that crap pool. Send some piranhas to you. Lift the hitman up the guy. Can I get a hallelujah? My logic is, if I send 100 shots, he can't duck them all. Clip of hot peppers. How I pin your head to the fucking wall. He probably taught you that 5-step drop back and that spiral almost amazingly. I taught myself you gotta ease off that trigger slow, let that hammer up simultaneously. You was at practice shooting. If you miss, you do suicides. Them niggas came through shooting. That was our practice. If we missed, that was suicide. Put your mother coat, all your sports gear, and your brother boots. No football. These gloves wasn't for baseball. This face mask was for other use. Your mother was at the game. Cardboard colors, fresh signs. My mother was in pain. You want to speak to the inmate? Press 9. Terrell Bryant, this just early round blunt twister. I don't want to hear about your big bags and your jar deals. Mommy sniff coke, you pitch coke in the hard field. You see me in your state. You ain't in North with them car squill. I walked through Carolina so much I got Tar Heels.